Good morning everyone, welcome to another vlog here on the World of Coasters. Today you join myself and Louise as we take a lovely stroll, a longer stroll than we first anticipated, to Phantasialand, our third and final day in Phantasialand. Now the original plan was I was not going to film the first day we arrived, was I? But I did. So I gave myself yesterday off and this is the Friday, our last day on park. I've had a really good time here.
Yeah, we've had a good time. It's been really short queues as well.
Yeah, so we're basically, today will be a very slow day, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it is currently coming up to 10:30. Park's been open since 9:30.
Yeah, well the rides don't open till 10. But Rookburgh is still meant to be closed today. It's meant to open tomorrow when we're going home, which is a real shame. But such is life. We're coming back because they've given us the free stay. Just coming up to one of those road sweepers is going to make a lot of noise. So we'll see you down by the park entrance. One thing that is so impressive about this park is how close to the perimeter they are with all their rides. It's so cool. Literally, that's Crazy Bats in there. We did that yesterday, the VR one. If we do it again today, we won't be wearing the VR headset. Oh my god. First VR ride, like VR roller coaster I've ever been on. And yeah, made me feel quite sick. You felt really bad, didn't you?
I literally thought I was going to bomb.
Yeah, I reckon this will be the next area to be dealt with because look how dated it is. It just doesn't look as good as the rest of the park. But yeah, we should be coming past Hotel Charles Lindbergh in a moment and up to the entrance. So here we go, Charles Lindbergh Hotel. So these are the toilets for some of the rooms at the back because every single room in Rookburgh is internal facing.
It only has one window.
Yeah. So you can just open up and go through there. But this is where we were meant to be staying the other day until they were doing this maintenance on the area. But wow, like when you look at this on the camera, it doesn't do any justice. It looks incredible. So big, and it's actually all like metal along there, themed smokestacks. It just looks incredible. So one thing's for sure, for a park that has such a grand hotel, or hotels in general, and theming, it's got one of the worst park entrances in the world. Louise is pointing out they've got loads of Phantasialand smart cars. But yeah, this entrance literally just looks like a bus stop. It does look like a bus stop, doesn't it? Like, yeah, easily. Like, bearing in mind the entrance is literally this overbridge here. So they have a car park for Charles Lindbergh, and then this is it. This needs work badly. Don't be fooled. This is an amazing park. Doesn't really show a lot from their entrance, so let's get in through the turnstiles for our final day. So overlooking the car park, you can get up on top of the entrance using the overbridge, but that's how close they are to the edge of the park. We have a roadway and literally Black Mamba's helix, and then over here you can see a lot of the Berlin area and a tiny bit of Rookburgh, which sadly on this day at least we will not be going into. So sad. So yeah, this is literally the entrance plaza here, and that is it. It's so small. I don't think I've been to a park where the entrance plaza has been so small. But like I say, it could use some work, but we go straight into Berlin where there's a few rides. We've got a few little kiddie rides.
More for Winteranium.
Yeah, as you can see there is decorations going up. Winteranium is one of those events for Christmas they do here. Literally this park is open most of the year. Louise is grasping onto me because the steps here shiny. I must admit, like I'm sure a lot of you know if you've been to a lot of parks on the continent, they do like their slippery surfaces, especially when wet, and they like to jet wash. Don't know what we're going to do first today. We're kind of, like I say, going to take it a bit slower because we've done everything. I should have vlogged yesterday really because we did everything. We even did Pirates 4D, didn't we? Yeah.
I had no idea what was going on. Luke had seen the English version.
It was all dubbed in German. Yeah, so
I can get the concept though.
Fort Park had Pirates 4D back in 1998. I think they opened that, where the Angry Birds 4D cinema is now. So it's just a blast from the past to be able to see it.
Alright, we're doing TikTok.
Louise is making a TikTok.
I don't actually really know what I'm doing.
But yeah, Berlin is an absolutely beautifully themed area, very much inspired by Disneyland, I think you find. But it is all German themed, and they've got a lot of, a lot of effort put into their buildings. And one thing they have got over Disney, no forced perspective here, these are full-size buildings. This is the little cake place. Yeah, it's a bit more posh, isn't it? About €8.90 you can get yourself a chocolate cake. It's a bit... What's the place in England? The patisserie... What's it called?
Valerie? Whatever it is. That's what Luke had yesterday, that second one up.
Yeah. these are some luxury cakes. Might come in here later for a coffee. But yeah, they do have a lot of sweet treats here.
These look nice, these little like kisses things they're called.
Also, we got a lot of snow they put out for Christmas, so they just put this out daily. You see little piles of it everywhere with the baubles. And loads more lights going up. Like, the event does start tomorrow, but sadly we won't be here as we're flying home. We have the entrance to Rookburgh here, which we are not going to be entering today. Like I say, the really weird thing is that on their promotional poster here, they put the 18th, and obviously we have to use Google Translate for speaking in German. And I read 18th, I was like, oh, it's going to be open on Friday, but it's like including today. It opens again on Saturday. So sadly, we're not going to be going into one of the world's best themed areas. But like I say, we will be coming back. So the guys at Phantasialand have been really good to us. Like I said in my other vlog the other day, they rang me up a couple of days before, said there was planned maintenance, and sadly we wouldn't be able to stay in the hotel, and the ride was shut. But they said, we'll put you in Lingbao for the night with 2 free-part tickets, and we'll give you a voucher for the value of the stay in Charles Lindbergh so we can reuse it next season. And we decided that's what we're going to do. Because when we came here, we booked 3 days, and it has been so dead, we did not need 3 days. 2 days would have been more than enough. So when we come back, we'll do this park for 2 days, fly Rookburgh, and then we're going to probably head off to Movie Park, won't we?
Yeah.
We want to do that. Anyway, what do you want to head on to first, Lou? She's too busy making her TikTok. Options from here. So if we go to the left, we got Mouse House Chocolat. We've also got the Tartuffe Hotel, which is the fun house in here. A really good little fun house, filmed in here the other day. 3 levels, and yeah, it's good fun. It ends with a slide. And then we've got the Chairplane over here, which I have to give a go with the synchronised fountains. So our first ride of the day done. It is dead here. The rides are all walk-on, which is absolutely brilliant. I do wonder why this park is open this time of year. Like, I know for the Winteranium event, but realistically, they could close for a couple of weeks just to get it done. This park is dead, which is brilliant for us. There's loads of rides. Anyway, I think up next we're going to be going on Mouse au Chocolat, which is a ride heavily inspired by Toy Story Mania. Uses the same ride vehicles and system. Though this one is themed to a chocolate factory or a cake factory. It's been infested with mice, and I really do like this one. Probably the ride we've been on the most, actually. We've just been riding it constantly, and it is good fun for all the family. Anyway, one thing to note, guys, with all the rides here, and I mean all of the rides, there's no filming in any way, shape or form, so I'm not even allowed to take you on Mouse au Chocolat. We'll show you some of the queue line, as it's got a really good queue, isn't it?
Yes, sorry.
Oh, how goes the first TikTok sneak preview, and it'll be probably live when you're doing it.
Yeah.
She says she's going to do a few, so look out for them. Right, so as we go into Mouse au Chocolat, I do like it does, it smells really nice of chocolate in here. Along here you've got the lager, which is the larder, I believe. So this is themed to a chocolate cake factory, as I said. But yeah, I love the theme in the entrance. Yeah, let's have a walk through the queue and just show you what it's like in this park. So everything is done properly here. You don't get any fake materials. It's a lot like the Efteling and Europa Park. Wood where there's wood. And even like these jars and all that, if you want to, you can move them because they're not stapled down. People have knocked all the glasses over. But yeah, nothing's vandalised along here or anything like that. It just really is spectacular to see a properly made building. Brickwork, it seems like a little thing, but it's all real bricks. They're not fake, which you'd find in the UK. Really don't like their cut-throughs in European parks. They like you to the full length of the queue. You don't mind when they're themed up like this. It really feels like we're actually walking through a factory of some description. Various categories. Yeah, I wouldn't want to wait on all this. That's quite a long queue. Each room is individually themed, so you've got something to look at. I do like this next room. This is like where the cakes are decorated. You have yourself a pre-show video here, giving you some backstory. like I say, we can't film on the rides here, even the dark rides, so we will see you after our ride on Marcel Chocolat. See you in a minute. I really do love that ride. It's a great dark ride, isn't it? And I was saying to you, I think the UK part would really benefit from a ride like that. Somewhere like Portland Spa, because they're not heavily themed. Yeah, we can do so. It's not a heavily themed ride by no means. It uses screens, but I actually think that one's better than Toy Story Mania, in my opinion. Although they've got the actual IP of Toy Story, like this one's better. There's one track. Toy Story has like 3, I think, in the Orlando. But yeah, I just prefer that one. The scenes in between, they're all like proper like Cake Factory. It just looks really cool in there, and it's well worth a go when you come into the park. Anyway, we're going to head over to the Funhouse, as Louise just said. Now, not allowed to film on this one, so we'll have to see you afterwards on that. So yeah, actually getting on-ride pods and all that is not possible here. Like, they used to allow GoPros on some of the coasters, but I think since F.L.Y opened, they stopped it.
Well,
mainly it's very compact and it's over walkways, and it's the same with Taron. I can imagine, like, you know, you don't want people going on there. Like F.L.Y, they are super strict. You have, like, literally airport security sensors to get through. But as Louise said, it's because you're over pathways the whole time. There's no, like, you know, you can't have any loose items on you whatsoever. Like I said, I can't show you, unfortunately, because the area is closed. But yeah, we'll go on this one next, which is called Tartuffe Hotel, and we'll see you after our little journey in this amazing little hotel. Well, a quick walk through there on the Tartuffe Hotel Funhouse.
You filmed that on day 1.
Good laugh on that one, yeah. So you are allowed to film it, I found out, but you have to take I've got like a Joby extension grip on this, and you have to get rid of that to be able to run through. But obviously, can't really hold the camera properly. It's only a little compact one. I don't want to drop it. So anyway, we're now heading over to Mystery. We want to do Mystery Castle. We do want to get back on the water rides today. Chiapas and River Quest, that's the one. Now both of these water rides are amazing. I really love River Quest.
But they got the little Bratwurst thing open today.
Yummy. Lots and lots of Christmas trees up like you get of all the parks on the continent. But yeah, as I was saying, some of the best water rides like we've ever been on. I love River Quest. I'm just terrified of the drops.
That was so much fun.
Like, it is mad.
I'd love to see Lewis on that.
Yeah, so we're going to go over towards Rake, Taron, Mystery Castle, and do that area of the park. Heading back down, we'll do Wuze Town later, doing Winter's Force and Fear. As for the Crazy Bats coaster, I don't think we're going to re-ride that, and if we do, it will be out without the VR. Really good food options here, like if you're feeling the fruity mood, which we have been actually.
So much salad.
You can get yourself some strawberries with chocolate.
For me.
Actually, I could smash some of those right now, actually. But yeah, plenty of options. You've got loads of fruit bowls, and over this side they make their own chocolate here. Chocolate banana, marshmallows. Oh, look at this. Chocolate bananas. That's coconut there. Any chocolate apples, then you get churros. So treat one of the day, strawberries with chocolate.
We are sharing it, but look how much chocolate you put, like 2 ladles worth
€3.90 that was, which as theme park goes, not too bad. The food isn't too badly priced here. We're coming over onto a bridge where we can see Klugheim and Chiapas the water coaster on the other side, or with Log Flume. Yeah, one thing for sure, just looking at Taron and Klugheim really does make me excited to go back here for F.L.Y later next year, because the theming in this area is incredible, and this is a brilliant coaster, so I can only anticipate what F.L.Y's like. Anyway, it's time to eat some strawberries. Right, so on our way past Taron and Chiapas, we're actually going to be heading into the far west area of the park. Well, actually, we could go in towards Taron, but I think we're going to go on the Colorado Adventure, the mine train coaster, which is up ahead. I think this was, 1996, I think this one opened. It's a Vekoma one. It's actually a really long, fast layout.
Yeah, it's super intense. It's as
I
well.
would like to ride it at the back if it's available, but like I say, it's nice and quiet today. First lift here, it's got nothing on like Disney's theming, this one. It's one of the older rides, but it still is themed very well, and it has some nice rockwork effects. Right, so when you come to Colorado Adventure, you have to come into China, which is a really weird area to come into to go to the Western ride. They've even got a sign up here, but there's the entrance to the Lingbao Hotel behind this shop up here. I shall say a lot of the park is shut because how quiet it is. But yeah, so it's a beautiful area, China, but it's just really weird how you can only come this way round. Now, there is a pathway linking between the, I can't think what it's called, but it's the Western Theatre and Colorado Adventure, but it's closed at the moment, so you have to come around this way.
Is it?
Yeah, and the other thing is, the other day when we came around here, they don't have any signage at the front of this coaster, do they, to say it's the entrance.
Well,
So,
it is, yeah.
so you would walk past it. So it's literally over here. This is the entrance to the Colorado Adventure.
That screen wasn't working.
Yeah, that screen wasn't working.
And that screen is like, that's the way in.
So all the other rides have these really grand facades, you know, showing the ride name. This is literally the entrance to Colorado Adventure. Well, that's the other path, but it's closed at the moment. So yeah, it's just a bit of a anticlimactic entrance.
That wasn't on, so we were we just saw that and we were like, let's
It crashed. It had like a window screen. But yeah, this is the entrance because we thought this might be a quick pass or something like that, but it isn't. So yeah. Anyway, guys, get you some off-ride shots now, and we'll see you after our ride on the Colorado Adventure. Oh, it's waiting in the station for a back row ride. What a great ride on the Colorado Adventure there. We went on the back there. The back row was sadly closed off. But we went in the back car, you know, the middle one in the back car. But yeah, it's so fast at the back. It's a really good coaster with some good horses in the back. I feel like, you know, if you've got small kids on there, you're going to have to hold on to them. Like, seriously, that is a really good, lengthy mine train coaster. At the front it's not as forceful, but yeah, at the back.
Still is quite an ejected ride.
It is very good, like very fast paced. Anyway, we're now entering China. Like I said, one of the older areas of the park. We're on the ghost train, aren't we? So they've got this old, like, tacky ghost train along here, and to be honest, it's one of those rides that they really should do some work on because they've got such world-class theming here, and then they've got this old ride. But yeah, it looks like it's one of the originals. It is the Geister Rickshaw, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And it has this little entrance here, so let's head on in and go on this Omnimover dark ride. So yeah, even the old rides here have theming all the way around with me. I mean, like themed ceilings and all that. The only thing is you see like things like pipework and all that will be hidden nowadays. It's very dark in here. Reminds me of some of the older dark rides in the UK. Yeah, like it is still a great little ride. I'd probably say the only thing with this one is it needs a refurb. It's a bit tacky. I should be able to get some shots on this one with it being an Omnimover ride. So we'll see you on the ghost train. So a traditional Omnimover dark ride. I want to say a Mac ride. There are 3 seats per car. But yeah, it's very dated. But it's still quite well themed. There are a lot of broken animatronics and just stuff that really needs to work. But yeah, when it's like, oh yeah, this is one of the worst rides here, it is still very well themed. Alright, so exiting the Chinese Ghost Ride, back out in the Far West area. Like I say, because it's such a small park, they kind of merge into each other. I think we're going to do Mystery Castle next year. Go and sleep on that one. Mystery Castle is over in the mystery area of the park. It is a Intamin like bounce house. It's got some good forces on it, and it is exceptionally well themed. So obviously, because they're so close to houses in this park, they have to put everything in buildings, have like screens up. But we walked to the park today, and the park was open, and we couldn't hear any coasters or music.
Yeah, the train, not the train from here, but
yeah, the actual like general
the
train.
public train.
But yeah, the drop tower is in a massive castle, and like in the UK, you'd never be able to do it because people would be like, I don't want a giant castle outside my house. But here, people are happy with it because they have done it really well. So you've got the lower elements of the castle, which is
and
River
you can't
Quest.
see the ride at all.
Yeah, the ride is all in there.
From
There's
there,
6 towers in there, each one holding 8 people. So it's 48 riders per cycle when it's busy. I imagine it eats the crowds. But yeah, I like it because River Quest is kind of like the lower part, and yeah, of the castle, and then you've got the higher part. The entrance is just down to the right. It kind of merges alongside the China area. As you can see, because it's such a small part, they merge at various points. Yeah, let's head round to Mystery Castle. So just coming around to Mystery Castle now is that giant tower. But yeah, you can actually see one of the drops for the River Quest, and that is the smallest one. It is so ferocious. The entrance to Mystery Castle here sits away from the tower. It's got a long old queue. Yeah, there you go. View the castle of the noble family of Windhoven. Experience an unusual tour of this castle, as well as a visit to the secret laboratories. The end you will visit this journey to the tower lift. You will be shot up reaching 65 metres, and at the same speed you will free fall back to the bottom in a flash. Attention, good health is required. So yeah, it's just your safety board there. But yeah, have a look at that. There's an impressive tower in there. It's up next. But yeah, going back to River Adventure, when we first went on this move, we should have been like, where does it go? Of course it's going to go up. This park is so tightly knit.
I was just like, oh, that's cool for
Yeah,
that.
it's like,
Let's
you're
go on
literally, it's the high, it hasn't got the biggest drop, but it's the highest river rafting ride in the world.
That's pretty impressive.
It has 3 drops, and it has a vertical lift on it. It's a shame we can't film it, to be honest, because it's an awesome ride to do so.
And an awesome ride to film.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, it's kind of 3 levels with the smallest drop being just ahead. But yeah, it's a big one, this. Anyway, talking of big ones, it's time for the Mystery Castle here. And again, very tastefully done facade. Like I say, in the UK, you wouldn't be able to do this because someone would be like, I don't want this ugly castle here. But it's done so well, it looks like a real castle. And that's theming in the queue. Oh, the knights do talk normally. And the people behind us, they're scared. They don't want to come in.
Or are they waiting for us?
I don't know, they're not coming in behind us. He's carrying her. So yeah, I imagine they've axes in here, but it smells like someone's farted in here though, doesn't it? It really does smell bad in here. But some impressive theming nonetheless.
It didn't smell this bad the other day.
No, it really stinks in here. I think someone's clogged the toilet in the tower. So there we go, on and off the Mystery Castle within 5 minutes. It was a walk on.
Yeah, it's longer to get to the ride than it is to like actually go on the ride.
Excellent theming in it though. The only complaint I have about that today is like the first day we went on this, we didn't go on it yesterday, did we? We got a longer cycle. It was kind of like a half shot then down and then a full shot and down.
That was good, yeah.
On that one they were running the shorter cycle, so it was just shot straight up and then shot straight down and then done. Which when it's quiet, like, I'm a bit like, why don't you just run the longer cycle?
Yeah,
but you know,
so no one waiting.
it is a brilliant ride. I really do enjoy it. I would love to see a UK park get one of these, but like instead of building up, build that into the ground. Imagine Subterra with that. That would be awesome. I know it's unlikely. Over there, that is some car parking over there. So this is the back of the park where yeah, it is a very quiet day today. And we're debating on what to do next. We're saying maybe River Quest.
I'm just like,
It's like
I'm
you
gonna
cop,
get soaked.
you cop that wave. Like I've bought a poncho now, €5.
Should we see what the
Fantastic.
poncho looks like?
When we get around there,
I want to see it on.
I'll put it on when we get around there. But yeah, I do love the water rides here. It's just Chapas isn't too bad. It's like I didn't go on that with a poncho the other day.
Get off it though.
Yeah, I dried on that quite quick. River Quest, we got lucky and didn't cop many big waves, but the drops are ginormous. So poncho review time. It comes with a little bag. And, oh, that's really cool. Like, and the thing
the
is,
front has a little.
these aren't like the ones you get in the UK where they're really cheap and nasty. We had some ones from Blackpool and the paint came off, didn't it?
Yeah, that was fun.
Went everywhere in my bag.
And this is huge. Like,
Yeah, it's a one size fits all sort of deal. They do
like 3
kid size, yeah. But yeah, that's only €5, which isn't too bad considering it's reusable and has this little pouch. But yeah, mystery. Right, so we're all ponchoed up now. I'm Team Fantasia and Louise is Team Europa. Like this one we got a couple of years, 2019, held up really well. Like that's the thing. If you're gonna
the logos stay.
yeah, if you're gonna sell a poncho, make it so we can keep it for a long term. Like we bought a couple of Legoland ones ages ago when it was raining, didn't we?
Oh yes.
And they lasted all of a day because they tore. And it's like, oh,
they were like paper.
They were so
yellow.
thin. They were like bin bags, like little bin bags. So anyway, we're going to head round towards River Quest now and hopefully not get too wet, but we'll soon find out. Yeah, I get the impression this rapid ride has fooled a lot of people. It's fooled me, and I'm normally the sort of person that knows what to expect from these. Yeah, I do. Like, but it was a rapid ride, so I didn't think anything of it. But yeah, sort of 3 drops from quite high up. In fact, if you're below 1.4 metres, you can't ride alone, and I can understand why, because you get thrown around quite a bit on these drops.
And they are steep.
They are steep. Like the one we can see is not steep.
Do you think they'd ever have a drop like that in the UK?
No. Put it this way, you'd have like an over-shoulder restraint or something like that. But yeah, like the first drop, it's 2 lifts and they go up opposite times, but it filters into one channel, so you literally get pushed into either side. So yeah, let's get in the queue for this one and hopefully not get too wet. So here we go, quite an unassuming entrance. We yell at, if you're under 10 years old, you have to be above 1.4 metres.
I'm actually quite nervous going on this.
Yeah, I'm actually terrified. If we cop it, we can cop it bad. But yeah, feeling on this one, absolutely incredible. This is the end of the ride. Yeah, look at this. Full medieval castle. I want to say like Dungeons and Dragons vibes. Yeah, I wouldn't want to get stuck in all of this queue. Alright, so we've just come off of River Quest. We got on a boat with four other people, didn't we? Which put a bit of weight in the boat. And
they wouldn't like put us in a separate boat.
No.
It doesn't really matter because it's not like, you know, like in all towns where it's like really close together, like you have your own seat. Like we had our own bit, didn't we?
We didn't get totally unlucky. I'm glad I got the poncho though. I don't know how wet you can see I am.
This is only €5.
Yeah, very wet.
Hey.
I think we're going on Chiapas now. Chiapas, that is a brilliant log flume.
I've got a wet bum and a wet left foot.
See, I think underneath, literally, best €5 spent. I am, other than a little bit of moisture in the shoes.
I can see your shoes are wet.
Yeah, but they're like water resistant anyway.
These are wet. This one, wait. Oh, you can't really see. Wet foot.
But I like the fact that this bag is also waterproof because, or you know, weatherproof because, yeah, the camera's in there. Anyway, over to Chiapas. So as you come out of River Quest, we're going to be heading down to Chiapas, and we will be going on Taran and Rake a bit later on. But we decided we want to get the water rides done first. That way, if we do get one, we got more time to dry.
Our ponchos.
It's like we can't be bothered to take them off. But we're going past. We're going past the legendary land that is Klugheim, where Taran, the Intamin Blitz coaster, sits. We've been on this 3 or 4 times, I want to say. It's a brilliant coaster. Absolutely brilliant, and we will probably go on it a couple more times today. Got the Vekoma Boomerang Rake here, which the other day when we went on this, they were running 2 cycles, so literally got back in the station, sent it straight away again without raising the platform up. But yeah, we're going to head down to Chiapas now and get a little bit more wet. What an awesome water ride Chiapas is. Kind of wish I was allowed to film on the ride here.
It's difficult to get in and out of, so just better than mine.
I believe it's an Intamin log flume. It's one of the newer ones. Has the same type of boats as Ripsaw Falls in Universal's Islands of Adventure. So you have a lap bar. It also means you get a nice seat rather than just sliding all over the place. Also helps with capacity. You hear the roar of Taran. Hard to walk past the entrance there. Yeah, but Chiapas up next, guys, so we'll see you afterwards. Trying to get that shot, but yes, not coming down the drop. As long as it's sitting up there waiting to come, maybe it's not running this second. So at the moment, Chiapas is down. There are people out the front with the barrier across, so that's not going to be opening yet. There is a boat stuck at the top of the lift. You can just see it up here, but this is an amazingly themed log flume ride. Let's get you in on the extended zoom there. There's a car up there, and you would never guess that the drop is as big as it is. When you're on it, it is a ginormous drop. Goes under the bridge behind the Chiapas sign and into a little airtime hill like Ripsaw Falls. Not too wet on this one, but yeah, it will get your jeans a bit wet. That's why we're keeping the ponchos on. But if it's closed, I guess we're going to have to find somewhere to eat or something for now, Lou, because I want to do the water rides. Unless you want to go to the Taran. Get some lunch. It is 1:20 now, so find somewhere to eat and go from there. So the ponchos are off now. We need to fold yours up. I mean, they could make the bag a bit bigger. I have managed to get it back in here, but like, if it was just double the size, that would be really helpful. Yours, we've left the bag in the car, I think, back in England.
It's in England.
So that'll be going in the net side. Yeah, looks like this is going to be down for a little while longer yet. So we're going to call it quits and find somewhere to eat. I actually don't know where to eat. A lot of the food outlets are closed, so yeah, like there's a restaurant here. There's a pizza place around the corner, but I do smell pizza. We might be lucky. Right, so we're finding somewhere to eat. There's this restaurant here. See what they actually offer. No reservation possible. It's just walk up. Right, so we're in Rutmore's Tavern, which, wow, this theming. Even the chairs are like solid wood. We're going to grab something, probably a main course and maybe a dessert. It looks really good. But yeah, we're going to dig in and have a look. The menu's available in English as well.
Apple pancakes.
But look at this theming in here. And it's all Christmassy at the moment. Right, so food has arrived and it came on this giant skillet.
And it went all in my lap.
Of which, yeah, the woman struggled with it and it kind of went over, but they've been very apologetic and they've got us some more. And,
I'm not sure about that.
Oh, that's the salad. And then there's some potatoes over here. Yeah, chow down to this and then we'll let you know what we think of it. Well, the food has gone down the tree. What do you think of it, Lou? Your first schnitzel.
It was nice. It was
very
really
nice. And it's gone now and you're having some dessert.
It's normally the other way around.
Yeah, I'm stuffed. I couldn't eat anymore.
I didn't eat my whole schnitzel. I gave some to Luke because I'm gonna.
So, with what I can say is a lovely lunch. Like, I'm not being funny. You could go.
I would recommend. They have so many options.
Like we just had a main in here and we shared the veal schnitzel, which was. Yeah, but that's because there's so many sweet treats around the park and you're bound to have something later on. So yeah, €35 for the two veal. It's one giant veal, we cut it in half. But yeah, really nice, I'd recommend that. I was just saying to Louise actually, I was like, if I knew, I probably would have been like, let's go to one of these restaurants for dinner because they're really, really nice. We're going to go see if Chiapas is open. I know we need to find some gentler rides. I would like to on Taran, but after all that food, I don't think that would be a great idea. Sadly, Chiapas is still down at the moment, so no sign of it running. However, they are lowering a weird little thing into the water over here. I was just like, what the hell is it? What is it? Is it checking the pH levels of the water or something? I think it is. I think it's like one of those swimming pool cleaner things. Because they keep the water nice and clean here. It's like a man-made reservoir. Yeah, just submerged it in the water. Maybe the water's become acidic and melted people that are on it. Yeah, that's sad, because we wanted to go on this after lunch, didn't we? We'll have a wander around the other side of the park. Like I just said though, we won't be going on any coastals as of yet, because lunch is sitting heavy. So on our way around, we're just like letting lunch. It would have been dinner. It was big enough.
Meerkats.
We're going past Black Mamba, which we will go on later. This is an absolutely spectacular B&M invert.
I love that one.
It is so good. It's so smooth. Like the front row does have a bit of a rattle to it, but it is good fun, and it really does hug the ground. This one. I really like how close you can get to the track, plus all the theming elements of this area. It really is full immersion in this park, no matter where you look. So over that way goes over the inversion, but there's actually Hotel Matamba behind it. You've got the Deep in Africa Trail, which we did on our first day. That was the least flattering part of the vlog. Yeah, no, I'm alright, especially after lunch. But yeah, a brilliant little walk through, like climbing frame thing. It was put in this season.
I feel like if they had an easy mode for every part of it, then we'd just do
No, it was good fun. I would do it again, but like maybe later. Plus, I really like how they themed it in. So, like up here, for example, on the 0G roll, they've actually put the support into a little tiny hut, which I just think is a really nice touch. It kind of gets you really close, like you go round past all the track. But as you can see, this roller coaster really doesn't go high up. And just on the other side of that wall over there, you can actually see a sign for the Autobahn, blue sign.
Yeah.
So that is how close the motorway is to this park's entrance. So a little cut through from Africa brings you back out onto Berlin's main street, where we're just going to have a wander up. Louise has gone over to the cake shop here. It does look good. I think this might be the treat for later, Lou. Say they don't just do the cakes on their own, but it's €8.90 and you get
They're
either.
so fancy. Oh, that's what I had yesterday. That one.
This one down here, but yeah, so it's €8.90. Now this is a carrot cake here, and you get a cake and a hot drink, or you can get, what was it, 2 eclairs?
I know
Or
you can get 4 of
kisses.
these or 2 of these.
So it's like a choice, either one cake, 2 eclairs, or 4 what they call kisses,
Yeah,
which
cool.
they do look good. Might be the treat for later on, Lou.
Maybe.
I cannot describe to you how soul destroying it is to walk past this area 3 times in a row. The sign basically says the ride is closed up until and on the 18th. But yeah, like the fact is that like they've got this like mesh out. You can walk around because obviously you've got the cafe here. But just look at the theming. And I can't go in there. But next time we will be. That'll be next season though now. But just a sneak preview here. So that's the inside of the cafe here. It's called, what's it called? It's up here.
Victoria's.
No, that's the hotel. So that's whatever that is. I can't read. It's something in colour.
Chocolate in there.
Well, let's have a quick look in there. Yeah, this is the options. They do have an English menu. So you choose your cake and drink. And as Louise just said, you can't just order a drink.
And then you
or
can't just order a cake, yeah.
Because there were people coming in yesterday, they wanted just a coffee and they're like, no, so they turned them away. And there's a coffee shop just here, Lily's Cafe, very reminiscent of Main Street USA, where you can get coffee on its own. You wanna have a look? You can actually watch them making chocolate here.
She just gave us an awkward smile. I don't think they get filmed a lot.
How do you not just dip your fingers in and
Look,
eat
there's
them all?
more in there, look.
We stopped off after Mouse Chocolat and I'm getting some ice cream. 2 scoops. And that's like €3.90, which ain't bad at all. So I was wrong, it's actually €2.60. This is the, like, I think it's Deluche. I don't know why. I've had it before, it's nice.
We need to see your review. No, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Try. And then one below is Kinder. Just didn't have any bits of Kinder in it.
Yeah, that's a bit sad for you. It's okay.
It is milk chocolate, it's like the middle bit, the cream. Quite flavoursome.
Right.
Yeah, €2.60, not bad at all. I thought it was $3.90, but $2.60.
We're on our way. Luke's gonna do crazy bats again.
Alright, so we're coming round into one of the old areas of the park. This is the Wuze Town, or I believe it's called Wuze Town.
You're definitely pronouncing that right.
Yeah, almost certainly. But it's all themed up for Christmas. Winteranium, as I've already said, starts tomorrow. But this facade here is quite new. So this is actually the back of Rookburgh's facade. So this is a like a sound barrier between here and the area of Rookburgh. Because once you come around the corner, I'll be able.
It's like, you know, the land
Yeah,
separation.
it gives them their separation. But you'll be able to see in a minute how close this park is to houses. Come in the corner, you'll be able to see. Look, they got their Christmas tree, Christmas hats up. Looks like someone's stolen one.
Yeah.
But yeah, look at the amount of detail. And actually behind that door over in the distance is Rookburgh, but the camera can't see through the crack, it's too narrow. So yeah, bearing in mind that is the back of Rookburgh. I don't know how well we're going to be able to see because there's trees in the way. There's literally a house just off behind the trees there, and there are quite a few houses. You can see even more over the other side. They're all just general houses. People live within earshot of this place. That's why there's no big rides over this way, and all of them are indoors. So here we go. We're going into Wuze Town now. We've been calling it Wuze Town. We're getting rowdy up there. So this is this park's indoor section. Now it reminds me very much of Arthur's Kingdom at Europa Park. Obviously that's based on a film. This is
than Europa Indoor.
Well, it has more attractions. So there's 2 Mauer spinning coasters in here, which I don't want to spoil them, but they're amazing and they have trick track in them. But yeah, they're both really good. We prefer Winja's Force, don't we? And they've also got a few other attractions, including this Tittle Tattle Tree. Yeah, Tittle Tattle Tree, which is this little like viewing basket one. But you can't film on this one. And then upstairs, there's a little kids area. Yeah, Winja's Force and Fear. These are some really good coasters. Really took us by surprise. Towards Winja's Force and Fear is my one complaint with this whole land, and that is the fact that this ride marquee is the most lackluster one I think I've ever seen. You have this amazing theming, so brilliant, and then it's just like a temporary sign hanging up saying entrance. But then I've just noticed actually this like stage light rig isn't actually part of the sign. It's suspended off to the side, but yeah, I don't really know why it's there. It kind of ruins it. Yeah, we're entering this one. Then I think we're going on Force, aren't we? Force?
Yeah.
Well, straight after lunch, maybe not the best idea, but here we go into this amazingly themed queue. They've got a Nemesis Subterra egg here. Got Nemesis Subterra back at all towers. So absolutely incredible level of theming in here. Extension queue. We'll be going straight down. We'll be choosing the left-hand side. So we'll see you after a ride on Winja's Force. So a really quick walk on there for Winja's Force.
Literally walk onto the right.
Yeah, no queue for Force. Everyone wants to go on Fear, don't they?
Can I just recommend if you've only got time for one, or
Force is best.
Yeah.
Even the ride op, they were queuing for Fear, and I speak a little bit of German. And he was like, basically, this one is better.
And it is.
The trick track's better. Both of them have the same finale trick track.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't want to spoil it, just go ahead 30 seconds. I'll put a timestamp in. But Winja's Force has the tilt track.
Yeah.
Winja's Fear has like just a tip track.
Which is pointless.
Yeah, and then when you go on the end of the ride, it has this really cool element, which just the whole bit of track just drops.
It's like a bounce.
But it doesn't stop.
Yeah.
It literally is in motion the whole time.
Yeah.
And it's just mad to think of the like engineering that goes into that piece of track.
Yeah, just that one piece.
All the safety measures, because it's moving the whole time. So if it doesn't lock in, it would have to stop immediately. But yeah, the people behind us went again. I think their car's just gone, and they were on their own, but they haven't gone past yet. I think that's Winja's Force on the right. Fear is this one. Winja's Fear is on the right. Force is on the left. Away we go. Come on, little wormling truck. Don't really understand the theme of this one, but I do think there's a missed opportunity of it going into the Wuze Town. But, you know, I don't know. Like, I can understand why it doesn't go around the lake because of the housing, but here you can really see how close the housing is to the edge of the park. That's why there's no audio in this area of the park, nothing.
They're not even on the ride
Yeah,
system.
it's just nature. Like, you know, you look out your window, you get to see the back of Rookburgh and all that. Not a bad view, is it? Let's enjoy this little peaceful trip around Wuze Town or Wuze Town. I'm probably butchering the names. So as we leave Wuze Town area of the park, we're going to nip into the shop here. So this is a large like dragon themed shop. Basically has all the merch from the parks apart from F.L.Y stuff, doesn't it
What
though?
does that say? Sorry, I don't fit on your shirt. What?
Wait, what? Legit, it's like,
What?
sorry, I don't fit on your shirt because it's got a long neck. So his head's not on there.
What the hell?
It's pretty funny. So yeah, even the shops in this place are immaculately themed. So you've got one for each area of the park. So this is like Chiapas and Mexico.
Oh no, crazy bats.
Oh no, I'm alright. No, not at
You
all.
make me sick.
Yeah, we got a few Taran bits and merch. There's everything. The only bit of F.L.Y merch I've seen is this like fleece, and I'm not too keen on it. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's...
It does have Phantasialand branding on it,
and
so
on
on
the
the
back.
zips. Oh, does it? Oh, right. So,
The back is more
Yeah.
themed.
so that's pretty cool, but it's not my cup of tea, to be honest.
Can you just imagine the
No.
rabbit fur on that?
Yeah, and that's 40 euros. That.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And as it goes for Taran t-shirts, again, that's it.
Why is there not a black and a grey one?
No,
That
I'm
would
surprised by
sell
that.
more.
They don't have a lot of variety in merch here. In fact, the only merch we bought is like a cookie jar and some kitchen bits, so like oven
Don't
mitt and a
expose
tea
us.
towel.
These are cool as well. If I had extra money, I'd go.
Yeah.
This is quite cool.
So they've got these like little mini art figures. So this elephant here is made from Red Bull
This
cans.
is lager cans.
So you got the Red Bull elephant, you got the Heineken elephant. I don't know what that one is there. But they're all, you know, you just imagine the person making it like cracking one more beer open to make his tuk tuk.
But I haven't got enough.
So this area is for mystery and Taran, so Klugheim, and then you've got the area of Africa where you've got Black Mamba merch. There's some of it on the side there.
Here, there's some bits, huh?
So we got here.
They're not
So,
like
yeah, these are
themed.
like generic though, aren't
Yeah.
they? There's no real F.L.Y merch that I've seen. It's a shame. I imagine it's in the F.L.Y area of the park. Yeah, I do like this backpack. This backpack is really cool.
Yeah.
It's only 25 euros. Maybe for the next trip, because that's got quite a lot of space in it, and it does look cool. This is the range of merch we bought. So we bought that cookie jar, didn't we? Because we need one.
Yeah.
16 euros 50 that, which, you know, yeah, it's the novelty of it. We also bought one of these, which will just store like crisps, that sort of thing, in a cupboard. The oven mitt and the tea towel, which are on the other side. And so the tea towel's like a $4.95.
It comes in two colours.
Yeah, so there's the lighter and darker. But yeah, realistically, not that expensive. This is about €6, €5. They weren't that
I
bad.
wanted to put some out.
That's €10. So we're coming into the last 2 hours of operation now, and to be honest, like, I'm amazed. The last couple of days have gone really slowly and nice and pleasantly. It's not busy today by no means. We are going to get some coasters done now. Louise is looking at the end tunnel for the Discovery Trail the other day.
Notice how whenever we walk past it, no one's been coming out.
Yeah, that's the way out, the only way out. But yeah, up next is going to be Black Mamba. I love this coaster, it's absolutely brilliant. The station is amazing. But because it's a walk-on, I have to have the camera put away before we get there, because they're like, go, go, go. You know, the Germans love their dispatch times. Even when it's quiet, they can't have a queue. But yeah, like, this coaster is amazing, and I love it. I think we go more for a mid-train this time. Oh no, the dragon's not there today. But like, this is a very impressive area, and I could see us staying in Hotel Matamba one day. What with it being the cheaper of the resorts here Like, it's not massively cheaper than Lingbao, but it's more, I think it's more up our street, isn't it? I don't think we would have chosen Lingbao by choice, even though it was a really good hotel. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's a bad hotel. Just this looks so much cooler. Right, so here we go down into the bowels of the Black Mamba queue. I love this queue because it goes right down deep with the coaster. You get really close to it at some points. Yeah, I know. I was just say, it kind of makes you miss there not being a queue because like you get some really good shots of it running. 2 hidden corkscrews, one of them being here, where they really do catch you off guard when you don't know the layout. Yeah, it's just so impressive the level of theming in here. And plenty of trip hazards when you're looking around like myself and Louise always do, especially when I'm holding the camera. Is an incredible coaster. Now, I know a lot of people liken it to Nemesis because of it being a terrain coaster, and I'll give it on one point, it is so much better with the theming. Like Nemesis is a good theme. Yeah, the queue's more interactive with the ride. Got about a breath off going up that hill, God. But yeah, I just feel it's not as forceful as Nemesis. Nemesis just, you know, it packs a punch till the end. Yes. That one kind of meanders towards the end. The end is a bit not like, boring, I don't want to say boring, but it's tame. Meanwhile, Nemesis is right to the end, snappy. Hopefully when they reopen it in 2024, it will beat this one with the theming, but I think that'd be quite hard because literally, it's rock work everywhere. Right, so up next, we're going to try and get Chiapas done. I haven't actually seen or heard it running. And then it's a lock flume, so it's not going to make a lot of noise. I want F.L.Y to run, please. Yeah, that would be nice. The thing is, they've actually taken down the crane they had up earlier today, and there's a lot of people like leaving the area, isn't there? Yeah, with their like so it's like they're clearly done with the work. It is. They're clearly done with the work, but it won't open today. Not with an hour and a bit of operations left. You know, this park shuts the coasters with like 15 minutes left on day. So I doubt it'll open. So yeah, Chiapas is still sitting on its lift, it's all broken down. So I don't think we're getting. That's such a shame. Yeah, that's it. I absolutely love this lock flume. We only did it the once, but yeah, you know, see lots of good views. Yeah, they're all stacked up on the lift. They won't run that now. No, almost certainly. They normally shut them early. The water ride's here shut from 4, so actually it's gone 4 now. So River Quest will also be closed. I don't know whether. Yeah, Rake and Taron. Yeah. And then we'll have a look from there. But we'll be here till the bitter end today. Look, there goes Colorado Adventure over there. It's so scenic how this park blends together. You've literally got Mexico, Africa, and the Far West all in one shot there. So yeah, it's like this is another area where it really shows the layering. So we've got a section up here, there's a bit of track down low, and then there's another piece just up here. It's just crazy how much like levelling there is in this park, and how much you change height as you move around there. There's some stickers down there, they're putting the stickers on it. Seems a bit weird, you would have thought it'd be in the station, but I suppose they're not going anywhere. So they're actually replacing the do not stand and I don't know what the do not rock the boat signs, the 2 stickers at the front. That's what they're doing, he's putting the stickers on and then makes up the stickers. Good time to do it. As we transition through to Mexico, there's no audio through here, it's very quiet. But yeah, you can just kind of see the older parts of the park. the theming is still done to a pretty high standard, but it's not quite as detailed. Like, I don't think they'd have the supports on show here now. See, they have tried to cover them, but I feel that this would go all the way up. But yeah, like I say, I think this opened in 1996, I want to say. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they've still got some pretty impressive rock work. Yes. Why is it so quiet? Are we missing something?
Park's gone home.
Park actually shuts at 4. But yeah, like, this is a great coaster. I do like it. Very intense at the back. So we just came off of Tikal, which is the little, like, I think that, no, they're not SBFVs, or are they? They're like Zamperla maybe, bounce towers?
That
Always
was
get wrong. But the cycle on those, my god, like...
He was like, bump. No, it felt like he was Man
literally,
United.
like, bouncing constantly. Like, in the UK they have a bit more springs to them when they bounce, but that one it was like, stop, go, giving us quite a lot of airtime, actually. I really enjoyed them. Anyway, as Louise just said, it's starting to rain now, and we lucked out because it was meant to rain the whole trip. We get this every time. We look at the weather, it's forecast. Rain all the time. Yeah. Europa Park was meant to be rain as well. Yeah. And we lucked out. So a little shower now, I'm not going to complain about. Do you want to do Mystery Castle again?
Let's go do this.
Oh, you want to do the Ghost Train again? And then we're going to head over towards Taron and Rake. Right, so up next, a ride that we've actually walked past the entire stay here. We just walked past it.
10-minute wait.
It is the longest queue of the whole day, but it is a Vekoma Madhouse, guys. Won't be able to film on it, as with all the rides here. However, something that we haven't done yet. It just goes to show that you can miss things in these little parts. So I was just saying to Louise, they don't have many rides in the China area of the park. And you can kind of hear it. Wait here. Well, there we go. Fengju Palace done. And I was saying to you, Louise, I was like, people must walk past this one all the time. Like, it's a Vekoma Madhouse, there's nothing much to it. The pre-show was kind of promising.
But we missed most
Yeah,
of it, didn't we?
so we were waiting at the please wait here thing, and we could hear the pre-show going.
And it sounded quite good.
And then the door opened. And it
Towards
was,
the end,
yeah, and it was like right near the end. It was like all the floors gliding as you saw in the video. Then we went through to the Madhouse, and it was just a bit like nothing key. Like, I feel that they could do a lot better with that one. And then the ending with the close-up of like getting his bride or whatever, it was just I didn't follow. Probably because it was in German, obviously. But yeah, I don't think that's a re-ride. Anyway, what do you want to do? Do you want to re-ride Mystery Castle, Break? You want to do Rake? If we said Break, then I was like, excuse me.
Break.
So up next is Rake. Right, so into Klugheim, which we've not spent a lot of time in today other than lunch. We're going to go on Rake and then Taron. Rake being the Vekoma Junior Boomerang around here. Quite a good layout. There it goes now. There's just two at the back. Yeah, there was some people over by the Lingbao Hotel, and they're in their wedding dress, standing outside the shop though. I hope they crops that out, the big sign saying shop. Have a look at this. Klugheim by sunset. It's not a bad theme at the best of times, and with the lighting, it looks incredible. So there we go, a ride on Rake there. I do like it, but when it's quiet, they give you a double cycle, don't they? And not the biggest fan of going backwards on that. Like,
is it
huh?
I just said is
Nine is one. But yeah, I do, like out of most of them, like I'm not a fan of going backwards on the stop. Oh, there goes Taron. But that one's not overly forceful, just a double cycle on it. When so we were the only two people on that. And if you look at this wooden building here, this is the lift for River Quest. It is like, honestly, I'd love to know what it was before this was Klugheim. I don't know what they had here before. Obviously, this has been themed into the area. Yeah, the River Quest goes up there, and then you go down the first drop. It's just mad to think that that is in there, and you're like up there, and the whirlpool scene's up there. And then you got this beautifully themed area. Anyway, I think up next is going to be a couple of rides on Taron. This beautiful Intamin Blitz coaster. I do love it. It is good, but like, I think it was a bit overhyped for me. One thing I will say is the theming. Like some of the best theming I've ever seen in the world. I don't know whether I think it might be the best theming I've seen in the world until we see Rookburgh next year.
Yeah.
But yeah, the coaster itself, just I don't know. I think it was overhyped for me. It's just like, you know, I expected it to be more forceful, and it's not that forceful. The second launch is incredible, but yeah, it's just, you know, I don't know. Like, it is good. Don't get me wrong. It's not a bad coaster. I think I was expecting more because of the level of theming. It's nice and long, which is one thing we like. We like a nice long roller coaster. Double launch. The lap bars from these Intamin trains are really comfortable, and they give you a lot of freedom while the ride's going. But yeah, I don't know. It's just something about it that's like, it's good. I think it would be in my top 25 though if I was to do a list. It's somewhere in there, but it would be very low down. I think, you know.
I just find it far too intense. I said that on the other vlog, but it's just too intense for me. The second half.
Yeah, like
first half, love it.
I personally don't think it's that forceful, to be honest. Like, other than the ejector you get off of the tops of the hills, but some of the best theming in the world. Like, you cannot get much better than this. It would fit in a Disney or a Universal park, no problems. In fact, it gives some of their stuff a run for its money. Right, so we've had a couple of rides, or I've had a few rides on Taron, you've had one.
We did the last one together at the
front row. I almost want to retract a little bit what I said. It is an amazing coaster, because I feel like I've almost said it's like a bad ride, which it isn't by no means. We're currently just in a part of the theming. But yeah, it is such a good coaster. Like, don't get me wrong when I'm saying it's missing something. It is. It's just like, I was saying to you, I think it's just because we've read like RMCs and all that, and they're really like intense.
I'm sure it's like we'd only been to full park and then we came here. Oh my god!
Don't get me wrong, this is an incredible coaster. It is world class.
I love the theming.
And yeah, the theming is amazing. But yeah, I think I like the front row better on this one.
Yeah, me too.
It's like there's less forces at the front, because my first ride I had near the back. Oops, sorry, I'm tripping over you. The first one I had on this one was at the back, and yeah, that is quite forceful. But the front, I just feel I could ride the front all day. It's really good, really, really fast. Like,
my hair's always like freaked
that
out.
second launch, and then it just hit the brake run so fast at the end of the ride. Yeah, what do you think of it?
That was the better ride I've had. I've done 4 rides on Taron now, and that was my favourite. I do prefer riding rides in the dark. It just adds to it for me.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. This one, this one, like they've done all the lighting on it, because this park is open at night time most of the time anyway. They really put thought into the lighting. So just coming into the Mexico area, and Chiapas is running. What? Like, what the hell? Yeah, it's really cold now, and I think. I think it is closed. There's still staff just ahead at the entrance. I think it is closed. I think they're just returning the boats. No, I think they're returning the boats to their station. But yeah, that's hilarious to see that running now. Anyway guys, the vlog is winding to an end now. We're coming into the last half hour of operations. We're going to head over to Mouse Art Chocolate, our favourite dark ride here.
We get to maybe see more of the Winteranium.
Oh yeah, I was saying to Louise, Wouldn't it be funny if we walked past Rookburgh and it was all open?
No,
I think
wouldn't have long, would we?
I think I'd cry.
But
yeah, seeing this park light up, especially with the Christmas lights, just looks so spectacular. Something about the parks in Europe, mainland Europe, they put so much more effort into their lighting because they're open later.
Floodlights, like
Yeah.
towers.
It's almost like when they build it, they're like, where do we need the lighting? Because they are, like, you think it's November and they're open to 6 p.m. Meanwhile, a UK park, you might be lucky if it's open till 4. So Berlin by night looks spectacular. And bearing in mind some of the Christmas lights aren't actually on yet, like on these buildings here and over the top of Berlin. But the lights that are on are really illuminating it nicely along here. It does look very Christmassy indeed. Right guys, so with about 15 minutes left in park operations, we're going to end our day where we started it, on Mouse Al Chocolat, which is the dark ride we absolutely adore at this park. It is a brilliant ride system. I'd love to see UK Park invest in a ride like this. St Louis Poulton's Park, somewhere like that. This one doesn't take up too much space and is just a really good dark ride. I actually really think it's brilliant, and like the interactivity of it, I just think it all goes very well. So yeah, we'll see you after a ride on Mouse Al Chocolat. Right guys, so we've done our final ride now. It's just gone 1:45 and that's going to be it for this vlog.
Yeah.
Mainly because it started raining, which we've lucked out completely.
That is perfect timing.
We've avoided the rain for most of our stay here. I've had a really good time at Phantasialand. 3 days at Phantasialand, more than enough time. Like, if it's busy, I imagine you might want to stay here longer. But 3 days when it's off peak like this.
And there was no shows running. If there was shows running, everything full.
And Rookburgh running. We will be back in 2023. We will be back in 2023, won't we, for Rookburgh and F.L.Y with our Hotel Transluxembourg stay. But that'll be next season now. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and we will see you in our next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.